What's cracking, YouTube? It's your Low Phantom Loke, aka Silk the Lokester, and you're watching Keeping It 3100.
I see you folks clicking up, looking like you tough, acting like you baby now, nigga. Walk around with that flag out your pocket until the real come and ask what you claiming now, nigga. 1, 2, 3, oh shots from a loose cannon and it's blazing through your torso, nigga. 1, 2, 3, oh shots from a loose cannon and it's blazing through your doors now, nigga.
Yeah, nigga, that Loke is back. Come to your section, them shells rat-a-tat-tat. Cause what you banging, what you claim, you know what's up. If a person know, got that dagger exposing your fucking guts. Yeah, that blue been in me. Free my big cousin, cuz like me. Our gang's different, but we both bleed blue. Heart pump no Kool-Aid, them shots come through. I stay true blue, been true to that blue. Been true to the cause, so what about you? For all you first timers out there tuning into the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Other than that, let's get into it. So today I'm going to do a reaction on this new video that just came out on rap news and street politics titled The Emerging War with the Rollin 30s Harlem Crips versus the Hoovers, Rollin 40s, and conflict with the Gangster Cr1ps. Let's get into it. Now, for those who don't know, yeah, I'm an out-of-town Crip, but the main set that they're talking about in this video is my set, Original Harlem 30s, or Rollin 30s, however you want to call it, the Dirt Gang. And I be reaching out to my OG out in the land and a couple of the homies back out there and all, you know, tapping in, make sure everybody's straight and all. And yeah, it's really getting heated up out there, especially with the set that they were also talking about that we're getting into it with, the Hoovers. Now, we've been going at it with the Hoovers for a long time. That's nothing new. But what is new is the level of violence that's been escalating for quite some time now, especially because the newer generation is out there trying to make a name for themselves, you know. Now, a couple of things I want to touch on. People are obviously going to wonder that it's not involved with the culture and all that. Why do we beef with the Hoovers and all that? Well, it's standoff because, you know, I mean, once upon a time, we was cool with them and all, you know. We had this alliance called the H's or the Triple H's, which is us, the Harlems, the Hoovers, and the Halldale, which is 5-1 Troubles. But like in many situations, the Hoovers stepped on toes and all that. So that happened, and then other shit happened, and that's where it's at today. And also, Hoovers push EBK, everybody killer. So it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? If you're not a Hoover, they already don't like really fuck with you like that. It don't matter if you Crip, Blood, you know, they just everybody killer. So that's their philosophy. That's how they're going by. So it is what it is. Now, there are some sets that they're cool with, like the H-Ray Gangsters, from my understanding. But other than that, especially when it comes to the O's and the neighborhoods, nah. Which is crazy because on my pop's side of the family, right, my cousins, they Crips pushing 5 Deuce Hoover. I'm the only one that's pushing Rollin that I know of. I'm original Harlem. They Hoovers, so you know, it's, you know, how the politics is and all. So it's just crazy how that works. But at the end of the day, that's my family and I love them. It don't matter. At the end of the day, we still West Side Crips. Crips on top of that, and blood cousins before all that. So, but now back to the topic though. Yeah, it's really up with the Hoovers, especially out on the land, you know. And the little homies, they making that shit known that any enemigo that tries to come in and fuck up the program and all that, they on that shit. That's just the way it is. And now another topic I'm going to talk about from the video is the issue with the 40s. So with that shit, from my understanding, how that started off was a 40 killing a 30. So that spiked a tit for tat, back and forth murders for 10 years, I'd say. And then that shit came to an end. I think it was around 06, I believe. But yeah, the Dago 40s, Eastside Dago 40s, yeah, we helped start them. And there was actually a photo I saw where they was throwing the thumbs up, which is our sign. And if you look at it, the Dago 40s, the way they carry themselves and the way they're set up is very similar to the original Harlems. When it comes to the Harlems, you always hear about 39th Street. When it comes to the Dago 40s, you always hear about 47th Street. And, you know, the avenues and all that other stuff. But I'm just saying, when it comes to the original Harlems, you always hear about 39th. When it comes to Dago 40s, you always hear about 47th. Now, the West Side 40s, yeah, we helped start them too. But if you notice, and this is something that I noticed too, the way they carry themselves and the way they behave and all that is very similar, if not the same, to the 60s. It's like they the 60s little brother or something like that. Now, the thing with the A-Tray Gangsters, I would say, especially from personal experience, that is true. It's like if like one of us come across an A-Tray Gangster and all that, it's really based on temperature. Now, a lot of the homies, you know, because of the politics and all that and how the A-Tray Gangsters feel about O's and all that, they're not really feeling that. But from my personal experience, because I came across an A-Tray Gangster one time when I was out Suitland. And at first he thought I was a 6'0" because the way I approached him and asked what set he was repping, claiming, banging, however you want to put it. And he mentioned A-Tray Gangster. So I told him, he thought I was 6'0". I was like, nah, I'm 30s, original Harlem 30s. And he's like, oh, okay, Dirt Gang. And I was like, yeah. So he wasn't having no animosity, and I wasn't having no animosity either that day and all that shit. So we just went our separate ways and all that. But, you know, other homies might feel different coming across an A-Tray Gangster, and, you know, everybody else under the O is going to feel some type of way too, because, you know, A-Tray Gangsters are anti-O for real. But I don't know if that's changed because of the truce they made with the 60s and all that, and I don't even know if that's still going on. But yeah, with the A-Tray Gangsters, it's kind of, in a way, a neutral thing and all. And I even spoke to an A-Tray Gangster that made this page, and he said he actually respects the 30s. He has no animosity towards them, because when it came down to the 60s and the A-Tray Gangster beef and all that stuff, and Seth was choosing sides and all, you know, even though we O's, we really stayed in the neutral zone and all that, because we didn't, you know, we didn't turn neighborhood. We just stayed, you know, we stayed Harlem, still rolling, but we just stayed on our own program and all that. You know, we didn't get involved with that war that was going on with the neighborhoods and the A-Tray Gangsters. Now, don't get me wrong. There has been situations where 30s and A-Tray Gangsters were beefing and all that. There are situations, you know. I know one situation. I'm not really going to talk about it and all that, but it really stemmed from the Hoovers. But what happened was some words were exchanged over at a house party, and the homies felt some type of way because the A-Tray Gangsters was saying the Hoovers got cuz this, that, and third, shit like that. So, you know how it is. You overhear someone say they got your mans and all that, this, that, and third, and niggas is laughing about it and all that. You know what you gonna do? You're gonna react to that shit. So, but anyway, that's pretty much what I want to talk about with this video and all. But yeah, it's escalating. It's really escalating. And I'm gonna put the link of the video in the description and all. That way you guys can check it out. And other than that, keep your thumbs up, C's high, and I'll see you in the next video.
You don't know now what's that I claim? I claim 3-0. You ask what I bang? I bang 3-0 with the A in the middle. Avenues cuz, but I ain't with the riddles. Keeps the 3100, but people not like me. I see the weird shit going on repeatedly. But I'm a go-getter, I goes and gets. Never a lazy ass nigga ambitious with my bets. Cross the line, pay the debt. Even with your life, pay the debt. Gotta pay the toll, that's how life rolls. I seen too many plays solid, but they always fold. Had a beating heart, froze that shit cold. Don't give a fuck, I'm in that fucking mode. Seen one side, but now it's the other side. One slick mouth, that life of yours, bye bye.